Yeah, Walker, Texas.
I can't use TV shows. All movies. Yeah.
But yeah, his movies was always.
It's always just him and just a whole bunch of.
You would have to go to a Bruce Lee movie and then try to go from there.
That's the only thing I could do. I was like, all right, we rolling though.
I don't even know what else he was in.
That's why we talking about people. We talking about just the cold open. I play the game 6 Degrees of Separation really well with movie actors, and my only kryptonite is pretty much Chuck Norris. Like people use when they get desperate and try to stump me, they be like Chuck Norris.
This just popped in my head. If you start with dodgeball, you're gonna knock it out.
Was he in dodgeball?
Remember, he did the vote at the end.
Oh, okay. Well, then there we go.
If you start there, you'll knock it out.
All right. Well, shoot. Chuck Norris is no longer my. I knew that he's been in something like recently, but in my own mental Rolodex, I don't know his resume like that. So it's like Chuck Norris. And somebody pointed out that Jackie Chan was in a young Jackie Chan was in like Enter the Dragon. So when Jay pointed that out, I was like, oh, okay, I can. Bruce Lee is no longer a problem either because I can just connect him to Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan's easy work. Anyway, guys, we're back. Daddy issues. I'm back, actually. I forgot I was gone last time. Ryan Davis filled in, did a fantastic job. We're going to have him back. I didn't even know he had kids until Keon told me he was interested in doing the show, man. And thank you, Ryan, if you're watching this episode, man. We're going to have you back for sure. That way all three of us can chop it up. How you doing this week, man? See the boys got fresh cuts.
I'm about to say, how I'm doing. We had the cookout, the game night yesterday.
Yeah, man, they fresh cut out here.
Man, I had my mom. She was like, cut it. So I was like, all right. And I just gave them cuts like 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I messed up Keelan's though. It's not supposed to be that short. He ain't supposed to have the John B. fade right now. It was supposed to be like I was supposed to keep the curls on top, and I wasn't paying attention to the guard and used the wrong one. And once I cut it, I was like, "Well, you're gonna have the Caesar."
They don't know about this.
Looking like Klay Thompson when he first got in the league. Right now. It'll grow back fast. Though.
He was funny last night, man.
He was killing me with his voting.
He was in the mix, man. He was voting, howling. He was a good time, man.
Yeah,
he's fun at parties, man.
He is.
He's having a good time with his beanbag,
He be involved.
He be in the mix, man. I like that. I wonder if he gonna remember that stuff. Like when he gets older, he be telling stories like, "Yeah, man, my parents used to have these game nights. I just be in the living room, you know what I'm saying, vibing out. That's what got me interested in game nights, And then, because these are the stories. Like when you look at kids, you like, yo, these are the stories they're gonna tell their friends and like, whoever they date, and they be like, yo, I used to do this with my dad. I used to do this with my parents, and
it's hard because we gotta let him stay up because game nights be going so long.
Yeah,
but he be getting hungry and thirsty, and I be like, I can't have you eating and drinking late.
Oh
then you're gonna get up 4 million times in the middle of the night.
Right.
He slept through the night last night though, fine.
Oh, he'll get up if he has to pee?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
But he be like screaming. He be like, Dad. And he be trying. I see him squirm, and he kind of like he talks in his sleep.
Okay.
And he be like out of it, so I have to make him get up and like put him on the pot.
Okay.
And he don't on the toilet, and he don't even be like cognizant of what's going on until he already peeing, and he be like, oh yeah,
right,
I had to pee. But the other time he just be squirming, and I was like, he got to pee.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good.
And he wakes up. He don't wake up nice. He wakes up like frantic.
Okay.
Like nightmarish.
Right.
And he do it a bunch of times if he don't go. But last night he went late, so I was like, all right, he was fine.
Okay. Yeah, I know the talking. Man,
he nightmares and stuff. If he eat late, nightmares. So we just cut everything off.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm still that kid. Actually, if I eat right before I go to sleep, dreams be just off the hook. Talking just be. I give you a full monologue in my sleep if I eat right before I go to bed, especially something ridiculously seasoned.
Yeah, I think that's what it is too. Because we give him applesauce before bed. If he's like a little hungry, that's fine.
That's hospital food.
But if he eat a meal, and I know I do that. If I eat a meal, my dreams are out of
It'd
control.
be crazy. You'd be like, man, what's going on here? It'd be a straight Tim Burton movie.
I'd be like, it was me, you, it, LeBron James.
Right.
We was at a comedy show that turned into prom. I was like, what?
An alien busted out my stomach and started doing the stanky leg.
It'd be wild.
Yeah.
Don't make no sense.
I was tired. I was tired.
Yeah, I was struggling getting up this morning.
Here's what happened. Like for me, like I was in Kansas City yesterday, and then so I woke up at 5, flew into LA, and then I went to the gym real quick as soon as I got back. I had to do some scrambling and hustling, go to the store to bring the food to the game night, and then made it to Keon. Stayed up the whole time, man. By the time I got home, I was like, all right, I'm done.
I woke up early to go to the gym because I was like, I got to do it now because I got to get on the grill before everybody get here. Mm-hmm. And ended up on the grill anyway.
Was there a lot of people at your gym?
No.
Mine was busy. I was like, what y'all got cookouts?
Mine was super light.
Yeah, it was busy in there. I was like, all right. Man.
I was actually in and out.
I don't like how this girl yesterday. So I'm on the thing, like they got the machine where you can use the little rope harness things.
Yeah. And
I was doing pull-ups over there, but and one of the girls that was like one of the trainers there, she just came up and grabbed one of the things. I'm like, how you know I wasn't using it?
Yeah, you got to ask first.
Yeah, she ain't none of that. I was like, you know what, man? Not feeling that. Even though I wasn't using it at all.
You don't need these.
She ain't know that. I could have been doing a warm-up pull-up joint. She ain't know. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching this, I appreciate that. I doubt she's watching it. You get recognized at the gym?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That actually happened like 2 weeks ago. The guy, I walked, I check in every day.
Yeah.
And then finally he was watching me check in, one of the workers. When he walked up, he was like, hey man, and I didn't know, I'm still oblivious to everything.
Right.
So he was like, hey man, I was like, something wrong? He was like, nah, I follow you, man. I follow you on Instagram. You funny, man. I watch your stuff every day.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, thanks, man. He was like, yeah, I see you come in here, and I just wanted to say what's up. And I was like, all right, cool. Mm-hmm. And then when I walked off, him and the other workers got in their little circle. They was doing the points. Like, yeah, that's him right there. And I was like, like in my neighborhood, it's starting to happen more. Like I got recognized at Vaughn's, the kid that worked in the meat department. He was like, me and my brother, we was at your show last night. We follow you. I was like, what?
Yeah. What's happening, man? It's funny. We've been at this game so long that you just forget, like, it's still a surprise.
Yeah.
Every time. And like,
you recognize the JoJo?
Oh, yeah. And it's, but I'm always like on the, If you see me in my gym and you recognize me, I'm telling you about Tony Bacon and Friends. I'm like, you live in Burbank? Y'all got the next show. I always plug Tony Bacon and Friends. If you in my gym, I'm like, you either live in Burbank or you close. I'm like, the next show. So every time they run up, and it happens often, I just say, Tony Bacon and Friends, June 24th. And then, so it gives me a good chance. When it happens, like when I'm out and about in like different cities, I don't really have a show to plug like that. But usually, that's when I'm in the city. But sometimes it's too late by then.
I still don't know what to do. Like I don't know. It just catches me off guard every time.
I'm like, thank you, man. I just appreciate it.
I give a bunch of thank yous and
that's it.
Whatever. If they want to take a picture, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody wanted to do that when I got off a plane one time. He was waiting too because we was on the flight together.
Mm-hmm.
And he was waiting. He waited till we walked out. And he finally just ran over. Was like, "Hey man, look, man." And I was like, "Yeah." And I'm sure people in the airport was like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
Right. That's what I be embarrassed. Like when I get recognized, I just be embarrassed about the other people on the side. Like, don't look at me.
Yeah.
And then the only time I ever got annoyed with somebody is when this dude didn't even say hello or anything to me. He just rolled up right as I stepped on to the plane, and my seat was like right by the door. And so he was just like, yeah, we just gonna do this right here. And he was just already putting me in the picture. No, how you doing? No, none of that.
Yeah.
And holding up people walking onto the plane. I was just like, I probably took a horrible picture, but his whole approach was trash.
Yeah.
And then he gave a trash approach to like Kevin them at the airport after we landed. I was like, that dude was just cheeks.
Yeah.
And his whole style. I was like, that was the only time I ever any other time, I'm like, oh, absolutely.
Yeah, usually I'm more, after they do it, I'm actually more loose than they are.
Oh, yeah.
Because they be like, oh.
Yeah, because they.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's awkward for me, but I try to make them not feel awkward. Like, no, I'll do it. I appreciate that you give a damn, because you don't have to.
Yeah, I'll be like, of course we can take that.
Yeah.
I'm honored to take a picture with you.
Exactly.
So if you see me, people, I'm always down to take a photo, say hi, what's up. Just say hi. initially. Don't just walk up to me and put me in the picture without saying that. That's just weird. But anytime you see me, man, say what's up.
Yeah, I'll be down because I'm like, y'all do not have to give a damn.
Oh man, I appreciate it. My youngest son, Sincere, he graduated high school last week, last Thursday. So he graduated.
He's out.
He's out
of your life.
Man, he because Sincere about to be out, man. He about to go to school away, not too far, but still, you know. And he's ready to go to college. He's like, I'm ready for this. So he gonna be out of here. And he had the graduation Thursday night, packed. I could barely even sit on the home side. And so I was like, man, I feel like if you a parent, you should get, you know, top priority over, you know, like extended family and friends. Yeah, so like, don't tell me ain't no more room in the section. If I gave but if I contributed DNA to one of the graduates, we should get like a special. We can't be sold out, you know, wristband or something, man. And so,
but don't they have tickets? Do they still have tickets?
They had tickets, yeah. But it was like, cause I got there. I got there. The graduation started at 7. I pulled up at 5:30. The line was all.
Oh, it's already crazy.
Yeah, and I'm just like, man.
Oh man.
And you know, Sincere's mom was already in there, but then they started to cut off the home section. Like, y'all got to go to the other side. I'm like, man. And then you can't save seats on this side. They was just being. But I eventually got over to the side, and then we piled in. Yeah, he graduated, man, and like you know, his A's are rolling in. I think he's just waiting on 1 or 2 grades back to see if he got the young straight A. And it was cool, you know. They'd be up there with the tried and true, you know, corny, touching, you know, speeches and stuff like that.
Wow, that like, nobody gives a damn about.
Nobody cares.
That nobody's gonna remember either. I don't remember nothing from my graduation.
And we fly away like eagles into the destiny of our own futures. You know, this is just a stepping stone.
It's the same thing.
But this one dude, he tried to come with his own energy, and he was up there cracking mad jokes. All right, this guy's working the crowd. He kept referring to the Sisterhood of Traveling Pants or whatever the name of that movie is.
Uh-huh.
And he kept referring back to that because this is a great movie. And I was like, this dude, okay, I'm feeling this guy. Because I remember that. Like, I remember that.
Yeah.
But then, you know, then they would do the music and and then the principal or the superintendent come. Man, just call the name.
Yeah, you know why we here. And then, we're here for the names.
Yeah. And I like to hear, at graduations, I like to hear people get hyped for their family members.
Yeah.
Even if it ain't my own, I like that. Yeah. Like, yes, man. And some, you know, some kids had deeper people than others, but.
Yeah, that's how it usually goes.
Man, it was just dope vibe, and, you know. Sincere was pretty early in the proceedings, you know, Baker. And what they do is they go from A, and then it was 2 people reading off the names. One would start at A, the other one would start at M. And the M person would go down, and then they would just go down.
Oh.
And then me, yeah. So it's not like if you had, you know, if your name was M or NPR, you didn't have to wait to go all the way through everything. So they breezed through it. You know, it wasn't, because I had a flight to catch that night. So they breezed through it pretty good. No tears, though. I didn't fold. I didn't even come close to folding. It was just like, the college drop-off is going to be the dramatic one for me. Because, you know, graduation, I know you still going to be down the street. You know what I'm saying? We did it. You know what I'm saying? Me and Reed looked at each other. We did it. High-fived it up. And then, and just seeing all his friends, how big they got, and it was just like, man, I remember when y'all was kids, man.
That's what I told them yesterday when they walked in the house. I was like, I remember when I was taller than both of you.
Man, dog.
Because Sincere, when you first, you know, we started doing the game nights and everything, like, he was like 12.
Yeah, man.
He was like small.
Mm-hmm. And now he's just
an adult eating all the cookies.
He still got a kid's face though.
Yeah,
like he got that baby face, but it's just
with that I remember when his voice changed. He was like, "What?"
Man. Yeah, man.
He came to game night. He was like, "Oh, y'all doing?" I was like, "What the hell?"
Sincere got a deep. I knew his voice was gonna be deep. I was like, "Okay, yeah," because I got my grandfather's voice, and so I was like, "His voice gonna be deep." And you know, his mom's family, they got raspy voices. They come from that, you know what I'm saying? Like Reed's mom voice is like raspy.
Yeah, she smokes Newports.
Yeah, she just got natural rasp.
She's just doing this, but no cigarettes
no
in her hand.
cigarette
Pick
at
up
all
the kids
in a row.
and get the onions out the car.
Right. Because Reed kind of got a raspy voice. Her brother Lamar and her younger sister Mumu got like a high rasp. And then Sherelle got a smooth voice. It's kind of, hers is probably like the smoothest out of the five. But it's just funny to see his voice now. And I'm just like, man, And my birthday was recently, so, I had to hit sincere with the guilt trip, man. He wasn't trying to go to the game night. And he was just like, I don't know if I can make it. I was like, you owe me a hangout, because on my birthday he had stuff to do. So I was like, hey, no worries, man. And then because Serene came to my birthday show, and so I just hit him with the little slight guilt trip, you know what I mean? But his girl leaving. I didn't know his girl was leaving.
She going for, he told me yesterday.
Yeah, she leaving. Because when he got in the car yesterday, I picked both of them up, and I dropped her off. We dropped her off at home. And they were just quiet in the back. Normally, they'd be chopping it up, giggling.
Yeah.
And it was just quiet back then. I was like, oh, shoot, are they fighting? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting up there with the music. I'm trying to talk every now and then. Like, yeah, so how's it feel graduating, huh, guys? And then, it was just me and him. He's like, yeah, Yeji's leaving Thursday. I was like, Thursday? For where? He was like, Korea. I was like, oh. And I was like,
for a while.
Yeah, and I was just like, man, this is unexpected. Because, we was thinking like August or something, but, man, so I was like, how you feel? He's like, man, I don't know, man. I'm like, oh, it's tough.
Yeah. That's what I said.
That's Thursday.
And I was like, that's a long time, and across the world.
Yeah, man. Korea's far.
Yeah, I was like, I took that flight a couple times.
Yeah, I've been to Korea, man. It ain't no hop, skip, and jump.
Far as hell.
Man, so, so I was like, man, sorry to hear that, man. So, in my graduation, man, I remember my high school graduation. I had on a Carl Kanai shirt that day. I remember that. And my graduation was cool. It was a rainy day. I don't even remember the actual ceremony. I just remember taking pictures with my brothers after the joint. I think I might have got Mobb Deep's The Infamous album that day or the day before, and that's pretty much all I remember, man. I remember my cap and gown. I remember being excited, like, yes, finally over with this, and then that was it. I still got the pictures. I look at the pictures. It was a cool day because it was cloudy. I like that.
Yeah,
but it didn't. But we were inside. We didn't have it outside.
No. We couldn't do ours inside.
Yeah, we were inside, so the rain didn't matter, and it was cool though. I was like, all right, done.
I remember mine. I had the weeks leading up to it. I was collecting hella tickets because I knew it was so many people, and some people just got their mom and dad or sibling, so they give. Right. I think they gave everybody 8.
Mm-hmm. They gave Sincere, and this one was like 5.
Yeah, something like that. And I remember I was like, you using yours? You using yours? Yeah. And I had like 30, 40 tickets. Mm-hmm. And then they get to the graduation. I didn't know this till after the fact. They get to the graduation. They didn't have enough. So my auntie, she just threw the tickets on the thing and like, let's go. And everybody just walked in and they was counting. And my mom was fumbling. Yeah. And got caught in the mix. And they stopped her and they was like, where's your ticket, ma'am? And she was like, I was in it. They was like, nah. And so my auntie came back and was like, you're not going to let her see her son graduate, blah, blah. Put on the waterworks.
Of course.
They was like, all right, come on in.
Yeah, man.
But they was like, she should have just ran in. She was like, trying to be, just go in.
Some people like to follow the rules.
Yeah, they said my auntie was like, go. Yeah, they just moved.
Your mom wasn't ready for that?
No. And our school was diverse, but it was like, it was still enough black kids to where our graduation was, people running on the field.
Yeah. That's dope.
And security was trying to, I remember this one lady ran out, security tried to stop her. She and ran around and hugged them on the thing. And then people was throwing, everybody had snuck beach balls under their cap and gown and blew them up during the ceremony, so it was beach balls going around. So the crowd was cheering. every time the security would try to get it and we hit it somewhere else, the crowd was like cheering it on. Like, and then when they would catch it, they would pop it or whatever, or pull it down, and everybody would boo.
Yeah.
And somebody else would come out and blow up another one and start again. And they was like, "We're trying to get to the graduation." And the parents was like, "Yeah, let it." Like ours was fun. People throwing
like
tortillas for some reason. I don't know what that was about.
What that represents.
Yeah, it was just people were throwing tortillas. But
it was a Cali thing, I guess.
I don't know what that was, but it was loud and it was a lot. And yeah, we
I
had
like that, man.
the speeches and stuff, the songs. I was like, no, we don't care about this, man.
Turn it up.
But my
man.
school was so big. At graduation day, I met people I had never seen in the 4 years I was there.
Of course.
I was like, who are you?
I was here the whole time.
Because you sit by your name,
right?
And I was like, I'm looking around, and I was like, I don't recognize half of these people.
Yeah, man.
They're like, we had a class once in 9th grade. I was like, we did.
Yeah.
Our school had a lot of people.
I think Sincere had like 600 in his class.
We had more than that, and that was when we came in as freshmen. Our class was close to 1,000, and then after pregnancies and jail time and whatnot, people
it dwindled down to 35.
It fell off to I think it was we graduated 7 something. I think.
Oh, y'all lost a lot, man. Oh, transfers.
Yeah, transfer fights. Yeah, a few people did pass.
Some people couldn't walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pregnancies.
Couple
walked across
pregnancies.
Stage
They just dropped out of school.
We had an what's them called? Not alternative school, but continuation schools. So kids who were either with juvie, pregnant, whatever, they would go to those.
What are they doing to the pregnant kids?
They would go to those schools and get their GED or a diploma from there.
Why did the pregnant ones have to go?
Because they was missing time, and you have to do a certain amount of hours and stuff like that, or just to flat out, oh, you don't need this. I don't know if the parents was pulling them out, whatever. So you come to high school pregnant as hell. That's a distraction. That's people roasting. Yeah, we kids. People like, oh, you out here. So yeah, they would go to the other school with pretty much everybody who was messing up.
That's a cold game to do to the pregnant girl. Cause she ain't gonna be missing mad class. She only gonna miss when her water break.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I hope they change that. Now, that's trash.
They might have. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that was a long time ago.
This was the 1700s, I guess.
It was it was before 16 and pregnant. They probably wasn't trying to promote it either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, guys, let's everybody get in on this.
That's cold, though. That's the Scarlet Letter, damn near.
Damn near.
Like, oh, you going to the alternative.
But I remember, like looking back, we used to be like, damn. But now, they kids almost done. I got 3-year-olds. I was like, man, I should have knocked it out.
Done.
It ruined my life.
When did you graduate from high school?
2002.
How long ago was that? 17 years ago?
Something like that.
So they kids are 17 now. Graduating with Sincere. They graduated with Sincere. That's crazy.
They done.
And then the parents are in their 30s.
Chilling.
Easy work, man. I'm damn near fresh out of high school myself on the parent tip, but 20, 22.
I wanted no parts of it.
Man.
I started late, on purpose.
I respect it, man. I respect
parts of it.
I respect it. But the advice I would give, to graduate high school, we were really Sincere don't really have to give too much advice. It's like he seems interested in something, he's going for it. He applied for the academic scholarships himself.
Yeah, he did everything himself. He want to go. He
want to go. So it's like
you don't have to pep talk somebody who's already pepped.
Yeah, he's already in. And he just got schoolwork.
Yeah,
he just got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, he doing his homework on his own steam. It's like, man, I gotta get this homework done.
Did you guys have a party?
No, we they went to eat right after the graduation, and then I had to catch a flight that night, so I left the graduation, went straight to the airport. We might still have a party though.
Yeah, I remember my party.
We
had a.
You know what? I don't think I had a party either.
I had a party, and I got so much money.
Yeah.
And blew it all. When I went to school, I was like, what happened to that money that I got for graduation? I got a couple grand.
Yeah. That's
and
nice.
I was like, what happened to this?
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you what
I wonder what, because after the graduation when I left, because I could just slide money into the accounts from my bank account. And I gave Sincere 1,000, and I just slid in there, and he's like, "Oh, thanks, Dad." Yeah, and then I'm sure his mom gave him money, so I'm not sure.
That's going to
And
cookies.
he's good with money, and so, but I just wonder, like, and I know him and his girl been hanging out since the graduation, so I don't think he blew it all at all. But
I don't know. I really don't know what I did because I was working at the time too.
Yeah,
so I don't know what happened to it. I don't know.
I remember when I graduated, my dad was always, we would get money every Christmas from my dad's side of the family. And so just from all the relatives, they would give us money. And so my dad would always keep a portion of it and put it in this account for us. As kids, I'm like, man, forget that. Give me all the money. I'm all strung out, nose running, lips ashy. Give me all the money, Pops. Now I'm putting some away. Oh, I hate you. And so when I turned 18, all of that money that was saved, he gave it to me. He was like, you can keep these savings going, or I could just give it to you. I was like, give it to me now, Pops. Man, I spent all that money, man. I was like,
Actually, I just thought I know what happened to it. And I remember I had every throwback jersey, every color, the hats to match. I wore a different pair of Air Force Ones every day to go with the throwback that I like getting dressed for no reason. And then when I got to college, nobody gets dressed.
Yeah.
So then I just had all these clothes because I started wearing sweats every day.
Yeah, man.
I was like, nobody gets dressed at school.
College?
Nobody gets dressed.
We was bums in college.
I was dressed my freshman year. That was it. It's new, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, when you first get there.
You trying to impress. You
yeah.
picking out the girls. But, man, by the end of that year and the rest of I wore
Just
sweats and hoop shorts
man.
every day.
I'll never forget, man. We, me and the fellas, we had this bet going like, who could dress the bummiest.
Oh, we used to do that.
We was doing that.
Yeah.
And so we were like, hey, and then my boy D, he was real raggedy. But what made him win was that he hollered at this girl mid-bumminess. He was just like, with the full confidence, he was raggedy as hell. We got to give it to D, man. He hollered, got the number, complete raggediness. We was like, we got to give it to him on that one.
I remember this dude took it, like we were wearing the worst outfits we could think, and this dude, he won. He came to school with shoes. I don't know where he got these shoes from.
Yeah.
But they was destroyed to where his socks, he wore these huge socks, and they was too big for him, and the socks was hanging out the front of the toe of the shoes.
Yes.
So he had the socks hanging out. It looked like the shoe had a tongue, yeah. And he had these he looked terrible. We was like, oh, we can't top this. Where'd you get them shoes from?
Right.
He looked terrible.
He won, man. That was fun, man.
It was fun.
Once because D hollered at her in mid-food court. He was just posted up by her on the top. Like, man, D out here with the holler, mid-raggedy? Oh, that's legendary status right there. He was the John Wick of that.
I remember we went through a phase like, don't nobody get a haircut. And see who would break fastest. We all kind of just
we used to do dumb stuff,
yeah.
man. It was mad fun, though. But, yeah. And then my advice to Sincere on the college graduation tip is just, not everybody's blessed with the sure shot. Go to college for one thing, graduate, and then you immediately working after that in the field that you studied.
Yeah.
And so, that's why I tip my hat off to my ex-wife because she was nursing, started the classes in high school, nursing all through college, graduated in 4 years, boom, in the hospital working.
She knew what
soon
she wanted
graduated. To do. And I'm like, yo. And so I know it's not like that for most people. And so I just want him to realize that, he still got options. Once he graduates, still got options. If you change your mind along the way, that's normal too. If you change your major, if you do a career shift, that's all normal. Ain't no blueprint.
Nah.
There's no blueprint anymore. And like even like, you graduate from college, you went for one thing, and then you turn it into something else. You're an entrepreneur now in a completely different field. That happens too.
Yep.
So I just hope and praise that he finds something he's passionate about in life.
Yeah.
And so I just hope he finds that. That's my main thing, as a father. Like, I just hope you find something that you love to do and do it. You know what I mean? And so like for me, man, this is the best time of my life in terms of full fulfillment of career.
Yeah.
This is the best it's ever been for me. So I'm just grateful, like, man, you know what I'm saying? Because I went through college, man, all those years of just uncertainty, confusion, money waste, failing classes, like just looking at people like, and I would just look at people like, man, you really just, you know what you want to do.
Yeah.
And they just, 4 years and they out of it, they graduate, and I'm still just like.
That's because they used to lie though. Now they'll say it's okay. They used to be like, you come here, you know what you gotta do, you gotta get a job.
Right.
Like, they didn't. Now they be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, now we know.
find your thing.
Yeah.
And you come here to find yourself and mess up and whatever else.
I felt the pressure. It was just like, I feel like, because just seeing your peers just, passing classes and just
Yeah.
getting it done, and I'm just like, no, I don't think I like psychology anymore. Let me change. Then it's like you got to do all these credits. Oh, goddamn, I've been here so long already. It was just ridiculous. That was the rough part for me, was like those college years, and then even coming to LA to pursue acting, and like just doing that and doing the extra work and taking L's at auditions. I was just like, this sucks. and now I'm in a place where it's just like I'm focused. I got, I found something. And I'm feeling it, so I'm just like, oh, I'm grateful. But it didn't happen for me until I was like 31.
Yeah.
So, ain't no blueprint. That's the key. Ain't no blueprint. Just stay consistent. And whatever. Even if you changing your mind, you go in different routes. Just even when you change your mind and go a different route, just stay kind of, focused on the different route. And if you need to change it, that's fine too. Just don't give up. Just don't quit and just lay there.
And you already won.
And tap out. You know what I mean?
You won on the, like, I thought, like, I remember people being super happy at my high school graduation, and I was looking at them like, why are you happy?
Yeah.
I was like, this is what we're supposed to do. And then when I went to school and people was happy, like, you graduated? I was like, why are you happy?
Yeah.
Like, to me, I was like, this is just normal. But it's not normal.
No, it's not.
It's not. Like, you already won if you... not everybody graduates.
Not everybody graduates.
Not everybody goes to college. But I remember I thinking like, this is what you supposed to do. You do this and then you do this and then. So that would be my thing to tell people, is like, you already succeeded already. Just go succeed at something else, and then you already succeeded.
Yeah, yep. Because I came from a family that my mom didn't go to college, and my pops, I'm not even sure if he went or not. You know what I mean? And then my oldest brother went to college for a little bit. Then he dropped out, joined the military. And then my other older brother, he didn't go to college. He just went. He left. He moved to Oklahoma from Chicago, and then just started working. Then for me, it was like, I wanted a job right out of high school, and so I went to McDonald's, and then I went to Dairy Queen. And I was like, yeah, I just want to work. I don't know about college. So I took that first year.
The gap year.
Yeah, the gap year.
Before it was called the gap year.
Right. It wasn't called the gap year then. I'm going to take a year off.
It was called, what are you doing? Make a decision. Military or college. That's what it was called.
I was Dairy Queen on you hoes. And so I was working there, and then I started going to community college for psychology. And then when my boy Dre was like, I'm going to New Mexico State, I was like, I'm going to go with you. And then I applied for film school too. This was after I had been going to New Mexico State for a while. I applied for film school because I was like, man, that's what I really want to do.
Yeah.
And I applied and didn't get accepted. I was hurt. And then I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? It was going to be expensive too. And so, stuff happens. And here I am today. But yeah. Oh, man, the dude, Robert L. Smith, man, paying the student loans for the graduating class. Can you imagine being in that graduating class and they sit up there and tell you, I'm paying all y'all loans? I would have cried right there, man.
I would have partied even harder that night. Because I'm like, I ain't got to worry about it. Like,
man, I would have waited till I partied because I don't want to look like I'm about to screw everything up again. Robert Smith be looking at you partying like, this is what I paid for, huh? But like 2 weeks later, oh, man.
But apparently, like, I don't know if it was because of him or what, but now it's stories popping up left and right. Church pays for 100 kids.
Nice.
Like, people are paying left and right now.
Yeah.
Like, I think everybody gets that, people have gotten screwed with college debt.
So
if they have the
definitely.
means, they're like, let me knock this out for
Let
you.
me knock
This
it
is
out.
dumb for you to have to pay this for the rest. This is stupid.
That's so dope. Let me tell you something, man. If I was worth billions of dollars, I'm doing all kind of stuff like this just cause I'm pulling up. I want everybody in this neighborhood to get their house remodeled. And then I'm just dip out. You know what I'm saying? Because billions of dollars, that's more money than I will ever need.
And I looked him up to see how he got his money and all that. Because I was like, who's this dude?
I've never heard of him until.
You don't need all that.
Man, that's great.
Like here.
That's outstanding. I love it.
See, now that's a speaker that you'll remember.
Oh, you'll never forget.
You know what I mean? You remember
they were
that.
probably bored when he first got up there. He was like,
this is all they heard was paying for your college. What?
I will pay y'all, and then they were just like, yeah.
Right. Matter of fact, if you ain't paying, don't come speak.
Right. If you ain't putting in on this,
don't come speak.
Stay off the mic
and tell us this is the greatest time of your life. And shut up. I remember our college speaker. Everybody was literally like, "Shut up,
man!
Like we want to get out of here. We're done."
You graduated college.
Yeah, we were like, "We're done."
That's crazy.
Get out. I remember the girl next to me was like, she was real like had a little attitude because she was one of them like super students. Like I gotta focus. I can't party. I gotta focus. I gotta work. And I remember I was sitting next to her and she was like, "How are you sitting here? I never thought I'd be sitting. You see you sitting here graduating." You said that? Yeah. And I said, "Word." I was like, you know what's crazy is I had hella fun for 4 years, and you worked your ass off, and we're getting the same piece of paper. And she was like, she just sat there. Yeah. We're getting the same piece of paper, the same piece of paper.
Yep.
So what you wasted all that time and did nothing.
Because here's the thing, in college, you're going for the degree. You're not going for. I mean, some people do go to the master's program, but like you're going for the degree. But when you go apply for the job, they're gonna be like, "You got a degree? All right, man." You know what I'm saying? Occasionally they'll tap into your grades.
If you got like top of your class and you're trying to be a lawyer or something like that.
It's more important in high school to have all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In college they kind of chill on the, you were a grade 8 top student.
We had somebody come talk to us in one of our classes. It was some CEO of some company. And he was like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, we don't give a damn what you're doing. We just want to see that you started something and finished it.
Right.
We will teach whatever job you go to. We're gonna teach you how to do the job.
Yeah.
So we just want to see that you started and finished, and you focused enough to do it. That's it.
Right.
And you pushed through some tough times. All that other stuff had nothing to do with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, when he said that too, I was like, man. I remember my teacher, one of my professors got mad. It was in one of my financial classes, and she was breaking down lottery, like if you do it over time, or if you do it in lump sum, interest, all that, whatever. And she was like, if you hit, I forgot, it was a obscene amount of money. She was like, if you hit, how many you got, what would you guys do? And I raised my hand. I was like, drop out of school. And she was pissed. But like 80% of the class was like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
And she was like, why would you guys do that? Education's important. I said, nah. I was like, we're here to get a piece of paper, to get jobs, to make a lot of money.
Right.
If I have the money, I don't need that paper. I'm out. And everybody's like, yeah. We're only here to get the job to make money.
Exactly.
If we didn't need this piece of paper to get the job that we wanted or whatever, we wouldn't be here.
There's only a small percentage that doing it for the love.
And she was like, you guys, you got a value. And we was like, we can learn more looking in books by ourselves.
Right.
Off the street, whatever, than we doing in here. But she was pushing it hard. And we was like, no, we're done. We're out.
I'm surprised she was surprised.
Yeah, she was like,
these multi-millions?
I'm done.
Think we still gonna be getting up at 7?
For no reason.
You know
I told her the day the season ended, I would leave school. The last game. Like, I wouldn't even take off I would get on the plane sweaty. Just grab my stuff and go. Back. I'm out.
And then you can start a business where you hire people that went to college and finish what they started. You know what I mean? So that's all it's about. Going off topic, man. Speaking of college debt, though, I still have it.
Yeah, me too.
I still got college debt.
And I have unnecessary debt, too.
I didn't even graduate. I'm just like, I just want somebody to come along and save your boy and just pay off my college debt.
Mine ain't even a lot, too.
If you're a billionaire and you watching this, pay off your boys.
Easy.
Debt.
Easy work.
I'll give you private podcast episodes if you pay off my college debt. And I'll give you one episode a week.
I will do a show
I'll
in
just
your
talk to
house
you
whenever
directly.
you call.
Absolutely. I'll come to your house, do stand up for your whole family. You and your wife.
I'll do it just for you. I don't care.
Oh, man. The audience of 2. Like, man, crazy night, huh, guys?
We in the living room.
I'll give you a show every week for a year if you pay off my
You
college
be done.
debt. Man, sucks. But in the moment, it was sweet.
Well, I was taking money I didn't even need. That's what made me mad.
Me too.
I was on scholarship. Why am I taking out money? Because I saw my friend, I got my refund check. I was like, I want a refund check. Stupid. So stupid.
I was an idiot.
Oh my God. Just
And they
for no
on me,
reason.
man. They looking for me. I changed my name, man. My name ain't Tony Baker. I had a new identity. I was white in college. I'm in disguise, man.
So dumb.
People, this is off topic, but people, been noticing, like, when I do my videos, my Christmas tree is still up.
What are you doing?
My tree is still up in the corner. And, like, at this point, it's staying.
It's just ridiculous.
It's just going to stay up there, man. It's about to be June. It originated from, I don't know if the Christmas tree is going to fit in that little closet. And so I was just like, man, it ain't going to fit in my storage.
If you break it
man.
down?
If I break it back down, I was like, is it going to fit in
I
that closet?
broke mine down and put it back in the box.
Yeah, I was just like, and pretty soon it became May. And it was just like, all right, this is going to stay up there. What we were going to do is decorate it for each holiday of the month. So like February, we had hearts on there, and then, life happens. I still might do that. Like, 4th of July, I might put some flags on there, do whatever. But like, people can't stop looking at the tree. I'll be talking about whatever, but the tree, I'm like, look, it's staying. So I got to do a disclaimer every video. Yes, the tree is up. It's staying. And so now it's just a character. So, what y'all gonna do at the end of the day?
What y'all
gonna do? You know what I'm saying? The tree is gonna stay.
That's what you making me laugh about the internet in general. Like, what? Your complaints.
Oh, the complaint.
What is that?
People mad because I post that Nipsey Hussle post every day. They just be mad.
Well, one, you said you was going to do it. So
Right.
I don't know why that's even an issue.
They are mad.
And we
man.
have the ability online, just scroll by.
Scroll past.
What I don't understand about the internet is people's need to comment.
Man.
I see a lot of stuff on the internet that either ain't funny to me or I don't agree with or makes me mad. I just scroll by.
Scroll
I
past.
just keep it
the
moving.
thumb. It's just a thumb flick.
It's not. I don't feel. I gotta say something. I gotta let you know how I
Right.
feel about the thing.
I
It's
think
like,
you should just, nobody's looking at this anymore. I'm
But
like,
you are apparently. You're commenting.
I'm like, yo, man, why y'all so bent out of shape? Because I'm reposting this.
Why do y'all
It's
care?
such a. If it don't apply to you, keep going. Somebody asked me, "Are you applying these to your life?" And I was just like, "Actually, I'm selling 2 comedy specials independently." And then I noticed they deleted that comment. So I was like, "You piece of shit." So it's like, yeah. So like, why I post 7-8 times a day. That one singular post, that's the one you worried about?
And then don't like who makes you think you can tell me what to post?
Oh yeah,
That's what be killing me.
stop, man.
Like, what do you?
I don't need the advice. I'm posting it every day. Somebody like, I don't know, you're gonna be doing it. I'll be like, daily.
Yeah.
And then just leave it at that. Leave it at that. So yeah, man. Let's get to these questions though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bubba Giles be asking questions.
Does he?
'Cause I done seen Bubba's name a few times.
Word?
I
Well,
appreciate
thank
it.
you. Yeah.
Bubba, man. Thank you. Is that your real name, Bubba? Or was that a
Probably
nickname?
not.
Let me
Yeah.
know. Bubba Sparks. Remember Bubba Sparks?
Booty, 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 booty. I hated that song.
Wait, he did that?
But didn't he do that one?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I
I thought that was him.
Yeah, Bubba
Yeah.
Sparks. I bought one of his albums. It wasn't on that album that I
Do it
bought.
right. Yeah. I hated that song. I loved it when it first came out. But I went to school in Montana, and after I don't know, the 17th white girl I saw try to twerk to that song, I was done.
It was done.
I just snapped. I never wanted to hear it
The
ever
booty
again.
is rocking everywhere.
I hated it.
Rocking everywhere. Rocking everywhere.
I hated it.
Bubba asks, do you think a marriage proposal should be public in front of family and or others, or private, you and the person? My brother doesn't like the thought of a public proposal because you're not respecting the choice of the person being asked. He says you are asking a question, not making an announcement. That's a valid question.
It's valid, but I feel like most from what I've gathered when I talk to people about it, most people have already had talks about marriage before they propose. They ain't doing blind proposals out here where you can get that chance of the no. Like no, most people ain't taking that risk. Like they've had talks. She's still surprised when he asks.
Right.
But we've talked about it already, so you knew this was coming. I don't think it's like growing up, I assumed, it was a total shocker because that's how they make it look in TV movies. Like nobody knows what's happening, but you've come to find out you have discussions and talks about it before.
You pretty much know going in. Yeah, you got the advantage.
Yeah, it's very rarely do you get the.
Yeah, I feel like that too. Like if I'm pretty sure everybody that does that public proposal, they've already had.
If they got the family coming in.
They already know. Like,
and the family's in on it. They all know, and they know you're gonna say yes, and they know like.
Yeah. And it just depends on the like. I wouldn't recommend like if y'all never talked about marriage, y'all never discuss. I wouldn't recommend doing that publicly because you putting the other person like on
pressure
blast.
too. Yeah, because what if they don't want to?
Because then if they don't want to, now the crowd is judging them.
Yeah,
they like, oh man, she ain't even worth. Man, look at her. And it wasn't her fault. She didn't ask for the public.
Yeah,
So I would hate to be put on blast like that. And so I get that part of it too. But I think for the most part, when people do that publicly, they already know going in what the answer is going to be. Yeah. It's just the moment is the surprise. Like when it's happening, like, oh, you going to get me right here at the hospital where I work?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Right next to a patient that's dying. Like, will you marry me? She got bloody gloves on. That's a
like I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, but I'm not that person either. I'm not Grand Gesture McGee.
Right.
So I'm not. That's just. I don't even like weddings because I think they too much.
Weddings, man, I'm not a fan either.
I just be like, why are you doing all this?
I'm not a fan.
What?
I've been in several weddings. Like, come
just
on.
Dumb. And then everybody I talk to, like, was you married? All that stress and all, was it worth? Nah, I wish I would have saved that money and put it down for a down payment on a house.
Weddings are so expensive.
Or
man.
They said they would have went on spent it on their honeymoon. Or the third option was they said they wished they would have took that money. Just got like a small reception or did it at the courthouse, but then had a fire ass like party.
Yeah.
But the actual wedding, the spending, and that's just the stress. It's stupid.
I'll be looking at the prices of weddings. I'll be like, no,
it's so dumb.
You can get a house.
It's just dumb.
A house trumps any wedding. Yeah. I don't give a damn.
And that wasn't even a thing. Like diamond ring engagement. A diamond company started that. A diamond company made it. I don't know if it was De Beers, one of them big ones back in the day. Made like the engagement thing like a thing, and then it became But it was just trying to sell. That's all. They're just trying to get money.
Of course,
it's so stupid.
Yep,
it's so stupid. So you do all that, and then just to get a divorce in a couple years
with the divorce on top.
It's just dumb.
Oh man, no, the house trumps any wedding ceremony. I don't give a damn if you already worth millions. Fine, have a big
do what you do.
But if you out here just regular salaries doing all, man, put that money into
like the engagement is 3 months of your salary. That's a company starter. You giving away your 3 months for some stupid company, man. And so your girl can stun on her friends.
I'm not about that expensive wedding life.
I don't care about none of that.
Sir.
We courthoused it up for sure. We still got to throw our party though. We gonna throw a party.
Yeah, party. I'm all day.
Yeah,
party though. Yeah,
but
we celebrate.
We courthoused it
drunk.
Up.
Man,
it was like why?
It's just as good as the big grand wedding. It's just as good. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the two people.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
But I feel like those weddings are for people who want to look at me, please look at me.
And some women want that. Men want that. They want the grand, they dreamed of it.
Yeah, I know dudes. I was like, this is my wedding. I get it. I'm like,
that's their dream. It's not mine, but I get it. But I just be like, the money.
I can think of so many. I can think of 1,000 things to do with that kind of money.
But the older I get, the more I know I'm just not like everybody else. Everybody say that, but I just be like, you know what I'm saying? I could do without all of that. I don't like everybody looking at me kiss somebody either. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like. Don't look at it. Everybody look at it. Focused on me kissing
Waiting, and
somebody.
it has to be a certain kind of kiss.
You may kiss the bride.
Yeah.
Everybody looking at my lips.
It's just I don't.
I'm
need all that.
embarrassed.
Just throw a party.
Yeah.
And shut the hell up.
That's it, man.
Even the proposals, do it on your own time. Roll out of bed, stank breath and all. You want to do this? Yeah,
I don't mind. I
do
don't
it.
mind a public proposal. I always like seeing it. I always like seeing the reaction when she fold
I
up.
don't
I'm
be
like, man,
giving
it's a
a
special
damn.
moment. I like those.
I'll be like,
But-
cool. Can we all go back to our dinner now?
I like it when you
Y'all
can
shut the hell
tell
up.
they both like really into each other. It's a magical moment. But the wedding, I like the proposal.
But if
better than
they
the
doing
wedding.
that for the proposal, what you think they're gonna be doing for the wedding? That's gonna be annoying as hell.
Maybe
Stressing everybody
not.
out, asking other people to spend money on your wedding.
Oh, don't
How
ask-
you gonna act? Can
I'm
you be in my
supposed to get
wedding?
the suit.
And I gotta pay money for flights for your bachelor party and wedding. That's just
Wild
no.
as
Why would you
hell.
do that to somebody?
Nah, I would
Why
never
would you do that to
I
somebody?
want you at my wedding, Keon. Get your suit gonna be $1,500.
Yeah,
That's
it's
on
like,
you.
why would you do that?
But
Because
should
you
be
want to get
honored.
married.
You should be honored to be at my wedding.
Damn.
Yeah, man, not feeling it. And I don't want to be in no more weddings, everybody. I don't want to be at nobody's wedding. Well, I'll be in my son's wedding if they ask. But wait, are dads in the son's wedding?
Yeah,
Is that the thing?
yeah.
We
They don't
be in
stand.
there?
They don't be standing, but they in the beginning.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that for them. But other than
You gotta walk down. You know, you gotta walk.
friends, I don't want to be in the
I
wedding.
don't.
I'll show up to the wedding. I don't want to be in it. I don't want to be standing up there. I just don't, man. In a suit.
I actually like, cause I never get dressed, so actually I didn't mind the suit one time.
Sick of suits, man.
I never get dressed, so I'm like,
You know what I'm saying? I got the frame for a suit. You know, I got the masculine setup. The fuck suits. Sick of suits. That's gonna be the name of my next album. Fuck suits.
Chris, speaking of marriage, Chris Blue asks, what is marriage? Is it a bond between two people that they both understand that we're in love? That we're in love. I'm for you. You are for me. Soulmates, yada, yada. Or is it a piece of paper from the government? Does marriage happen when both partners have a mutual understanding of the parameters of our love? Or is it okay to get down with the get down? Or do we have to pay our state to be spiritually okay to have sex? You know, all the
Right.
you basically like what's going on?
Right. Yeah.
I think honestly, I think it's a
feel
piece
like
of paper from the government.
It depends. It can be a piece of paper for the government, or it could be something religiously attached. You're getting married in the eyes of God. Some people take the religious aspect dead serious, and so we don't want to have sex until we're married. They stick to that. Then you got the people that just, you know, they want to link up so they can get the benefits or whatever of a married couple through the government, through business, through all of that. And some people just is old fashioned. You know, we're committed to one another. So it really just depends on the couples.
That's factual.
Yeah, and so it just gets messy though. Like marriage can get messy because of the paperwork. Now when you split up,
Yeah.
it could get hairy, and so it's like
I feel like I don't know. I feel like people get married for the wrong reasons.
yeah,
Like you just like I'm married because I was like I ain't going nowhere. What I'm doing?
yeah.
Like well, she actually
That's a
never.
casual approach.
Yeah, she actually never wanted to get married,
Uh,
and I was just like whatever. And then we had Keelan, and then she still was like whatever. But at
Yeah.
the hospital, it got real for both of us because at the hospital, you know, they put the baby with the mother's last name.
yeah,
Automatically just off top so they don't lose the baby. You know,
Right.
got the alarm and everything on there. But then when it came to the birth certificate, they was like, what's the kid's last name? I was like, Polee.
yeah,
And then they was like, should we put you on it? Yes, put me on. Like, why are you
Yeah.
asking these questions? But then I realized because they don't know if we.
Mhm.
And then she was like, yeah, and then when I sign them up for school, we're going to have different last names and yada, yada. I don't want to be walking around
Right.
here with the lady my kids got last. So we was like, let's just go sign this paperwork
Right.
real quick. Because we neither one of us like the questions, like people assuming like
Yeah.
we just two people that knocked each other. I knocked her up or whatever, if I'm going to be here or what.
Yeah.
And then even for her, like, I think is not if she's like, this is my husband versus, you know.
This is my situation.
Yeah, it was just like,
yeah.
so. But we rock. So it's like,
Yeah, that's why I feel like with the question of marriage, it just depends on the couples. Like everything is different. Like with that casual, like let's just do this. Y'all got a sound, solid ass marriage.
Yeah.
And it's not the traditional you didn't slide in and propose.
No, we were talking about it yesterday.
the
We did everything
game.
backwards.
Yeah.
She got pregnant first, then we got the house, then we got married.
Yeah.
We got married last.
And it works.
We fine.
And it works. So it's like, there's marriage now, there's no textbook to it.
Nah.
And
I think the textbook messed up a lot of marriages.
it really did.
People felt like, oh, because I have you, baby, we have to get married, or
Mhm.
we have to live together and get married because that's what you do. You graduate college and you
Right.
get married or whatever, and it's like you don't have to do none of that.
Yep.
If you find somebody you rock with, I know people been together 30 years ain't married, but they've been together for 30 years.
Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, they never got married. They've been together mad long.
If you rock with somebody,
Whatever
you rock
works
with
for
them.
you, let
Yeah.
it be for you, man.
It has been, you get the tax breaks and all that other stuff.
Yeah. Let it be
But-
for you, man. And even within your relationship, if one person wants to get married and you're not really ready for it, don't let them force you into it. Don't nobody want no forced marriage. You know what I'm saying? If you're not ready, just be like. And then if y'all got to part ways, then I would rather part ways and have somebody on the other side not really still into it the whole
Yeah,
time. You know what I'm
easily.
saying? Like I just did this because you said in this amount of time you want to be married. Don't
'Cause I see that argument online a lot. Then why do
Yeah.
y'all say yes? Because you was bothering me. Well,
Right.
Don't bother them.
That's-
Don't say that's dumb to say yes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't let people pressure you into something you don't want to be in. That's dumb.
I'm a rock at this point. I'll be like, I'm just not ready. But then I'm leaving. I'll be like,
That sucks.
because wouldn't you prefer that over the yes? But
Yeah.
I'm dead behind the eyes because I'm just doing it for you purely. That just don't seem right. So
Yeah, I never understood the giving in, and just in stuff in general, especially since we're on topic of relationships, just giving in.
right.
Like when I hear it infuriates me when I hear dudes say, "I did so and so because I didn't want to hear her mouth anymore." I'll take the mouth.
yeah,
I'm not doing something
right.
just so you shut up.
Especially something big.
Yeah.
Something small. All right.
Like
I ain't wanna
we
hear
in over our head. I didn't want this house, but she wanted the house,
Right.
and I didn't want to hear it. Man, then don't get it.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, man.
I didn't want the the fear of the confrontation. I don't give a damn.
Right.
I'd rather argue for hours and end up in some situation I don't want to be in.
Yeah.
That haunts us for the rest of our life.
Long
that messed
term,
up.
the
Yeah.
long term misery. Nah.
She was just them dudes. I be seeing dudes. They got they shot at the bar, and she was just man up. Just take it, dog.
Right.
I didn't want. I didn't
Stand
want to
firm,
be in this.
guys.
Yeah.
Stand firm.
Just giving in to stupid stuff.
And I'm not just saying, dude, stand
Yeah,
firm. If
women
you're a
too,
girl
yeah.
too, stand firm.
You
Don't
ain't
don't
gotta
let
do that
somebody
stuff.
bully you into something that you ain't ready for. Or I'm not really ready for this, but since you was so adamant about it,
Yeah.
no, this is a relationship. Y'all have to be mutual on stuff, and so
And people act like you're not supposed to. You gonna argue.
Mhm.
You argue. You grow up with your siblings and y'all fight and argue every day. If you
Right.
see somebody every day, you're gonna get into
you're
it.
gonna.
That
yeah,
just
it's
happens.
inevitable.
That just
You're
happens.
blessed if y'all can go through smoothly. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
But that's,
Roommates
that's a
in
rarity.
college, you get into it.
Right.
You just get into people. You see they stupid
Even
face
your
every day.
kids. Your
Every
kids, y'all be
day.
getting into it.
Yeah.
Kids be giving their parents attitude every day. You love them, but
Every
you be like,
day.
"Man, Mom be getting on my nerves. you know?
But you give in and stuff because you don't want to.
Absolutely.
We want to avoid that. That's dumb. That's gonna happen.
My son was getting on my nerves yesterday afternoon. I was in a text message like, man, we need to talk. You know what I'm saying? But you see us a game night, it's like that never happened. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Anyway, Chris, Bubba, thanks for the questions.
Yeah.
Ask more questions if you got them. That goes for everybody, man. Ask us questions in the YouTube comment section. We'll tackle them on the show. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Daddy Issues. You can find me at TonyBakerComedy.com. That will link you into everything I got going. And I want to thank everybody that's rocking with me so far. And shout out to the bakery on the Patreon tip. Where can they find you, Keon?
At Keon Polee. In the same. Thank y'all for hanging in when Tony ain't here. I mean, some of y'all be having
yeah.
attitude about it.
Yeah, I had to check somebody.
Yeah.
Like, Tony ain't here. I was like, nah, watch the show. It's a good episode, man.
But,
Ryan is funny. Tune in. When
the
I'm not
people-
here, still pull up.
Yeah, for the people who become fans of mine via Tony, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, we appreciate y'all out here, man. And yeah, keep the questions flowing, and we'll keep the episodes going. We'll be having guests, fill-ins. This is what we do.
I'm about to be going for like a month.
Yeah, there's gonna be other dads up here. If Keon's missing, still pull up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good time. Hopefully, I'm sure we'll get a guest or two that's like,
after the fact.
They didn't really do it.
That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, don't bring them back. That happens. But yeah, appreciate y'all, man. And as usual, we out here.
Peace out.